You're standing in your garden center staring at a $40 bottle of liquid fertilizer. The label promises explosive growth. Your hand reaches for your wallet. But before you buy it, picture this. An 80-year-old woman with dirt under her fingernails, teaching community gardening for 30 years, who never spent a dime on store-bought fertilizer. Her tomatoes? Twice the size of anyone else's. Her secret wasn't in bottles. It was in what everyone else was throwing away. Today I'm showing you 7 completely free gardening tricks that work in containers, balconies, and small spaces. Stick around for number 5. It's a newspaper trick that prevents weeds for an entire season and costs absolutely nothing. Most people burn their newspapers or recycle them. You're about to use them differently. If you enjoy practical, no-nonsense growing advice that saves you money, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, let's dive in. Trick 1: Eggshell Calcium Boost. Number 1. Eggshell Calcium Boost. The Blossom End Rot Eliminator hiding in your breakfast trash. Here's what makes it special. Eggshells are 95% calcium carbonate, the exact compound your tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants desperately need to prevent blossom end rot. That black, sunken spot on the bottom of tomatoes? That's calcium deficiency. Store-bought calcium costs $15 per bottle. Eggshells cost nothing. My teacher would save every single eggshell, rinse them clean, let them dry on the windowsill for 2 days, then crush them into powder using a mortar and pestle. She'd sprinkle 1 tablespoon of this powder around the base of each tomato plant every 3 weeks during the growing season. The finer you crush them, the faster they break down. Large chunks take months to decompose. Powder works within weeks. For container gardening, this is absolutely critical because containers leach nutrients faster than ground soil. Mix 2 tablespoons of eggshell powder per gallon of potting soil when transplanting seedlings. Growing requirements. Works in any soil type. The calcium releases slowly as the shells break down, feeding plants throughout the season without burning roots like synthetic fertilizers can. Container tip. In small pots under 5 gallons, reduce to 1 tablespoon per container. Too much calcium in confined spaces can lock up other nutrients. The bonus? Eggshells also add trace minerals like magnesium and potassium. You're not just preventing blossom end rot, you're building genuinely healthier soil structure that holds moisture better and supports beneficial microorganisms. Trick 2: Coffee ground nitrogen. Number 2. Coffee ground nitrogen. The morning ritual that supercharges leafy greens. Here's the mechanism. Used coffee grounds contain roughly 2% nitrogen by weight. That might sound small, but nitrogen is the nutrient that drives leafy growth in lettuce, kale, spinach, and herbs. My teacher called coffee grounds liquid energy for leaves, even though they're solid. She'd collect used grounds from local coffee shops. Most shops give them away free because they're considered waste. She'd spread a half-inch layer around the base of greens, then water it in. Within 2 weeks, the leaves would darken to a deep, healthy green. The coffee ground secret? Mix them into soil rather than layering them on top. Thick layers compact when wet and create a barrier that blocks water penetration. Instead, work a 1/4 inch into the top 2 inches of soil using your hands or a small cultivator. Growing requirements. Best for acid-loving plants in zones 3-11. Coffee grounds lower soil pH slightly, making them perfect for blueberries, azaleas, and rhododendrons in containers. Container placement for balcony herb gardens. Add 1 tablespoon of used grounds per 6-inch pot monthly during the growing season. Basil responds particularly well. Growth rate increases by roughly 30% compared to unfed plants. Surprising use, coffee grounds repel slugs and snails. The caffeine is toxic to them in concentrated doses. Create a 1/4 inch barrier around vulnerable seedlings. Refresh after heavy rain. Had you even heard of using coffee grounds as slug repellent before today? Drop a yes or no in the comments. Trick 3: Banana peel potassium. Number 3. Banana peel potassium. The flowering and fruiting fuel everyone throws away. Banana peels contain 42% potassium by dry weight, higher than most commercial fertilizers. Potassium drives flower production and fruit development. Without adequate potassium, plants produce fewer blooms, smaller fruits, and weak stems that flop over under weight. My teacher's method: chop 3 banana peels into 1-inch pieces. Place them in a quart jar. Fill with water. Let sit for 48 hours. The water turns brown as potassium leaches out. Dilute this banana tea 50-50 with fresh water and use it to water flowering plants every 2 weeks. The alternative method for containers: bury chopped peels directly under tomato transplants when planting. As peels decompose, they release potassium exactly where roots need it. 1 peel per plant is sufficient. Growing requirements: works in zones 3-11 for any fruiting crop. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and squash show the most dramatic response. Expect 20-30% increase in fruit set compared to unfed plants. Container tip: don't use fresh peels on the soil surface. They attract fruit flies and take weeks to break down. Either bury them or use the tea method. The bonus discovery: banana peels also contain phosphorus and manganese, both critical for root development and disease resistance. You're getting a complete nutrient package from something that costs nothing. Trick 4: newspaper mulch barrier. Number 4. Newspaper mulch barrier. The weed suppression method that works for months. Here's why it's genuinely incredible. A4 6-sheet layer of newspaper blocks light completely, preventing weed seeds from germinating. Unlike plastic mulch, newspaper breathes, allowing water and air to reach soil while decomposing into organic matter that feeds earthworms. My teacher would lay down overlapping sheets of newspaper around established plants, wetting each layer thoroughly so it wouldn't blow away. Then she'd cover it with 2 inches of wood chips, straw, or shredded leaves for aesthetics. Weeds eliminated for an entire season. The newspaper secret: use only black and white pages. Colored ink sections may contain heavy metals. Most newspapers now use soy-based ink, which is completely safe, but avoid glossy magazine pages entirely. Growing requirements: works in every climate, every zone. Newspaper holds moisture in soil during hot weather, reducing watering frequency by roughly 40%. For container gardening on balconies, this translates to watering every 3 days instead of daily. Container application: line the bottom of large containers with 2-3 sheets before adding soil. This slows water drainage slightly, reducing how often you need to water while still preventing root rot. Unexpected benefit: newspaper mulch moderates soil temperature. In summer, it keeps roots 10-15 degrees cooler. In spring, black newspaper absorbs heat and warms soil faster for earlier planting. Replace newspaper mulch once per season. By then, it's mostly decomposed and has added valuable organic matter to your soil. Trick 5: Epsom salt magnesium. Number 5. Epsom salt magnesium. The pepper and tomato game changer sitting in your bathroom. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, 2 nutrients plants need but rarely get enough of in containers. Magnesium is the central atom in chlorophyll molecules. Without it, leaves turn yellow between veins while veins stay green. That's magnesium deficiency, and it's absolutely epidemic in container gardening. My teacher dissolved 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt per gallon of water and watered tomatoes and peppers with this solution every 3 weeks. The difference was stunning: darker green leaves, thicker stems, and 25-30% more fruit per plant. The mechanism: magnesium activates enzymes responsible for photosynthesis. More magnesium equals more energy production equals more growth. Sulfur, the other component, helps plants form proteins and enzymes critical for disease resistance. Works in any soil type but shows most dramatic results in sandy or heavily leached container soil. Container dosage for balcony gardens: use 1 teaspoon per gallon for containers under 5 gallons. Larger containers can handle the full tablespoon. Apply every 3 weeks from transplanting through first frost. Safety note: don't overdo it. Excessive magnesium can block calcium uptake, creating the exact problem you were trying to solve with eggshells. Stick to the 3-week schedule. The surprising use: Epsom salt foliar spray. Mix 1 tablespoon per gallon, spray directly on leaves early morning or evening. Leaves absorb magnesium faster this way. Use this method when you see deficiency symptoms and need quick correction. If you're finding this useful, hit that like button right now. It helps more gardeners find this. Trick 6: wood ash potassium and pH. Number 6. Wood ash potassium and pH adjustment. The fireplace byproduct that transforms acidic soil. Wood ash from your fireplace contains 3-7% potassium plus significant calcium. It also raises soil pH, critical for balcony and terrace gardeners dealing with overly acidic potting mixes that lock up nutrients. My teacher would save fireplace ash all winter. Come spring, she'd sprinkle a light light dusting, maybe 1 tablespoon per square foot, around brassicas like broccoli, cabbage, and kale. These crops prefer slightly alkaline soil around pH 6.5-7.0. Wood ash delivers that shift naturally. The wood ash secret? Less is more. Too much raises pH excessively, creating nutrient lockout. Apply once per season maximum. Test your soil first if possible. If pH is already above 7.0, skip this trick entirely. Growing requirements best for zones 3-9 in naturally acidic soils or peat-based potting mixes. Never use on acid-loving plants like blueberries, azaleas, or rhododendrons. You'll kill them. Container application: for small pots under 3 gallons, use 1 teaspoon of ash mixed thoroughly into soil at planting time. Larger containers can handle 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons. Critical warning: only use ash from untreated wood. Pressure-treated lumber, painted wood, or plywood contains arsenic, chromium, and other toxins. Burn only natural hardwood, then use the ash. The bonus: wood ash repels slugs and snails just like coffee grounds. Create a barrier around vulnerable plants. The alkalinity irritates their soft bodies. Trick 7: grass clipping nitrogen mulch. Number 7. Grass clipping nitrogen mulch. The lawn waste that feeds your garden all season. Fresh grass clippings are 3-4% nitrogen, higher than coffee grounds. As they decompose, they release nitrogen slowly, feeding plants for weeks. My teacher would spread a 1-inch layer around tomatoes, squash, and corn immediately after mowing. Here's what makes it work. Grass clippings are green material in composting terms, meaning high nitrogen. But unlike synthetic fertilizer that can burn plants, grass releases nitrogen gradually as it breaks down. No burn risk. The grass clipping secret? Never pile them more than 1 inch thick. Thick layers mat down, block oxygen, and create anaerobic conditions that smell terrible and harm plants. Thin layers dry quickly and decompose cleanly. Growing requirements: works in zones 3-11 for any heavy feeding crop. Nitrogen-hungry plants like tomatoes, corn, and leafy greens respond best. Expect 15-20% growth increase compared to unfed plants. Container tip: use grass clippings sparingly in containers. 1/4 inch maximum for pots under 5 gallons. Too much nitrogen in confined spaces produces excessive leaf growth at the expense of flowers and fruits. Critical rule: only use clippings from lawns that haven't been treated with herbicides or pesticides for at least 2 weeks. Chemical residues can kill garden plants, especially in containers where there's no surrounding soil to dilute toxins. The surprising use: grass clipping tea. Fill a 5-gallon bucket 1/3 full with fresh clippings. Fill with water. Let steep 3 days, stirring daily. Strain out solids. Dilute the liquid 50-50 with fresh water and use as liquid fertilizer. It smells bad but works incredibly well. Drop your zone in the comments. I want to see where you're all growing from. So to recap, we covered eggshell calcium for blossom end rot, coffee ground nitrogen for greens, banana peel potassium for fruiting, newspaper mulch for weeds, Epsom salt magnesium for tomatoes and peppers, wood ash for pH and potassium, and grass clipping nitrogen mulch. All completely free, all proven over decades. Your complete guide is right there in the video. If this gave you at least one new idea, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. We post new growing guides every week. Which of these 7 free tricks are you most excited to try? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. These methods worked for my teacher for 30 years. They'll work for you too. Now go plant something resourceful. I'll see you in the next video.